How does a man go from ruling millions to losing his freedom? Not slowly, not over years, in a single battle. One day he was the most feared ruler in the region. The next, he was a captive. That man was Bayezid I. They called him the Thunderbolt because he struck before enemies could react. But in 1402, the Thunderbolt was stopped and history changed forever. Bayezid was not born weak. He was raised inside war. His father, Murad I, built the Ottoman state into a serious military power. From a young age, Bayezid learned one rule: expand or die. The medieval world was brutal. If you stopped conquering, your enemies attacked. So Bayezid became aggressive, fast, relentless. When he became Sultan in 1389, after his father died on the battlefield, he moved immediately. No hesitation, no pause. Like a modern startup launching product after product before competitors could respond. Within years, he crushed rivals in Anatolia. He pushed deeper into Europe. Kingdoms fell under Ottoman pressure. He earned his nickname because of his speed, the Thunderbolt, and people believed it. By the late 1300s, Europe saw Bayezid as a growing nightmare. Christian kingdoms feared Ottoman expansion. A massive coalition army formed to stop him. This led to the famous Battle of Nicopolis in 1396. European knights believed they would easily defeat the Ottomans. They were wrong. Bayezid destroyed them completely. It was like watching a professional team crush amateurs who thought confidence was enough. After the victory, his reputation exploded. Some believed he might capture Constantinople, the greatest city in the region. Bayezid himself projected unstoppable confidence. I will feed my horse at the altar of Rome. Whether literal or symbolic, the message was clear. Nothing could stop him. At least, that's what he thought. While Bayezid expanded west, a far more dangerous force was rising in the east: Timur. Timur was not just a ruler, he was a conqueror obsessed with legacy. He built pyramids from enemy skulls, destroyed cities that resisted him. His campaigns stretched across Central Asia, Persia, and India. Entire empires collapsed before him. He once declared, "I am the punishment of God.
If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you."
People feared him more than death, because where Timur went, civilizations sometimes disappeared. At first, Bayezid and Timur were far apart geographically, but power expands, and expanding empires eventually collide. Their conflict began with politics. Local rulers fled from Bayezid to Timur for protection. Others fled from Timur to Bayezid. Both leaders felt insulted. Letters were exchanged, and those letters became personal. Timur mocked Bayezid. Bayezid insulted Timur. Pride entered the equation, and pride has destroyed more leaders than armies ever have.
Here is the turning point of the entire story. Bayezid underestimated Timur. He believed speed and aggression would win again. But Timur fought differently. He studied enemies. He prepared logistics. He controlled terrain. Think of it like chess versus street fighting. Bayezid was used to quick victories. Timur planned long games. Bayezid also pushed his army too hard. Long marches, extreme heat, supply problems. His troops were tired before the battle even began. That decision would cost him everything.
In 1402, near Ankara, the two empires collided. At first, Bayezid believed he could still win, but Timur had prepared the battlefield. He cut off water sources. He positioned forces carefully. Then the unexpected happened. Some of Bayezid's troops defected mid-battle. Others collapsed under pressure. Imagine fighting a championship match and half your teammates suddenly switch sides. Chaos spread. Command broke down. The Ottoman lines shattered. For the first time in his life, Bayezid lost control. He tried to escape, but Timur's forces surrounded him. The Thunderbolt was captured alive. This moment shocked the world. A sultan captured, a conqueror helpless. Bayezid was brought before Timur. Two rulers, one victorious, one defeated. According to chroniclers, Timur looked at him and said,
See how the world changes. Yesterday, you were a king. Today, you are my prisoner.
Power had flipped overnight, and Bayezid could do nothing.
You may have heard the famous story that Bayezid was kept in an iron cage, displayed like an animal, used as a footstool. Historians debate this. Some sources say it was propaganda. Others say parts may be true. But here's what matters. Even if the cage was exaggerated, the humiliation was real. A man who once ruled nations now depended on his enemy for survival. Psychologically, that is devastating.
Imagine Bayezid's mind during captivity. Regret, anger, shame. He had been unstoppable for years. Now everything was gone. Some accounts suggest he fell into deep despair. Within months, he died in captivity in 1403. The Thunderbolt ended not with glory, but with defeat. But the tragedy didn't end with his death. It spread. His sons began fighting for the throne. Civil war erupted across the Ottoman lands. This period became known as the Ottoman Interregnum. For over a decade, the empire nearly disappeared. Enemies attacked from all sides. Territories were lost. The unstoppable machine Bayezid built fell apart without him. It shows something important. Strong leaders can create power, but systems keep power alive. Bayezid built conquest, not stability. Eventually, one son emerged victorious, Mehmet I. He reunited the empire, stabilized the state, and saved the Ottoman future. Without him, history might look completely different today. The empire that later conquered Constantinople almost died because of one defeat. So why did Bayezid fall? Not because he was weak, not because he lacked courage, but because success changed him. Fast victories created overconfidence. Overconfidence created risk. Risk created disaster. This pattern exists everywhere today. Business, sports, politics. Leaders who win too easily sometimes stop questioning themselves, and that is dangerous. Was Bayezid a hero? Yes, he expanded an empire dramatically. Was he reckless? Also yes. History is rarely simple. Great leaders often carry the seeds of their own downfall. The same confidence that builds success can destroy it. One battle, one defeat, one capture. And the most feared ruler of his era became a prisoner. Power feels permanent when you hold it, but history shows something else. It can disappear in a single day. The Thunderbolt ruled the world. Then he lost his freedom. And the question is, if you had Bayezid's power, would you have made the same mistake?
Subscribe and join us as AI brings lost history back to life.